So I've been watching the NBA Finals, Oklahoma City versus the Pacers. It's been a great finals. I love watching it. As you may have seen, Tyrese Haliburton injured his right leg in the last game that had to come out. So here's the injury. It happens on his right leg. So if we slow it down, his foot slips. So he puts his right heel down, it slides back, and his heel goes uncontrollably towards the ground. So this uncontrolled motion of his heel going away from his knee is what causes the injury. That's what causes most injuries, is that any uncontrolled motion. Foot goes down, it slips back, and his calf muscle and Achilles tendon just can't handle it. If there's any good news, it's that he's grabbing his calf. He's not grabbing his Achilles tendon down by his heel where most people tear it. So maybe it is just a calf strain. Maybe it's something called a plantaris tear, or maybe it's a tennis leg thing where the Achilles tendon tears off a little bit at where it attaches to the muscle in the back of the calf. But regardless of what it is, I think you can see here, it's a serious injury. If I'm the Indiana Pacers owner and general manager, I am not going to let him play. I think it was a serious injury. As you saw from that video, there's a lot of uncontrolled motion with a muscle and tendon that was unable to attenuate those forces. And the biggest risk of an injury is a previous injury. So he's got that, and it's only a couple days ago. So I think he's at risk of tearing his Achilles. And a full Achilles tear on a young NBA superstar would be terrible for everybody. It'd be terrible for Haliburton. It'd be terrible for the Pacers. It'd be terrible for the NBA. Of course, it's the NBA Finals, and that's a lot of high stakes. But I think you got to think about his health and his life and his career versus just the chance at winning an NBA Finals. As you saw, he's a point guard, so he needs that speed, he needs that muscle, he needs that leg to be as optimal as possible. As you saw with Kobe Bryant in 2013, he tore his Achilles. Even like the strongest willed player in history couldn't get back to where he was before. Kevin Durant also tore his Achilles, but he's a 7-foot shooter, so it's a lot easier for him to adjust his game, which is still incredible that he was able to do it. But I think if you risk your franchise player tearing his Achilles, you kind of risk the future and his career. So that's my opinion. Of course, there's a ton of opinions out there. I'm just somebody in the medical field giving their opinion. As you saw, there's a lot of these reaction videos, and I don't think I even saw one video on the prediction of this injury. So that just goes to show how hard it is to predict injuries, just like how I'm predicting that he's at risk for tearing his Achilles. But I'm pretty conservative with it, people getting injured and avoiding injury, since I'm a physical therapist. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I think it's a serious injury. I think you should be careful. I hope he stays healthy.